Seasons of India. This picture shows India's climatic calendar. January and February are the winter seasons of India, and only during this season the western disturbances that originates in Mediterranean Sea bring snowfall to Jammu and Kashmir and rainfall to Punjab. March, April and May are called as summer season or pre-monsoon season. June, July, August and September are southeast monsoon season. October, November and December are post-monsoon season, which is also called as northeast monsoon season. Now let us see about winter or cold weather season during the month of January and February. During this period, the vertical rays of the sun falls over the Tropic of Capricorn, which is far away from India. That is, during this season, the northern hemisphere is tilted away from the sun and the southern hemisphere is towards the sun. And the sun's vertical rays fall over the Tropic of Capricorn. Whereas India is located in the northern hemisphere and the Tropic of Cancer passes through India, we all know that. So this is the winter season for India. The cold weather season is characterized by clear skies, fine weather, light northerly winds, low humidity, and large daytime variations of temperature. Before seeing about the mean temperature of India in the months of winter, let us see what is mean temperature. The daily mean temperature is calculated by recording the 24 hours temperature of a city or town for every hour, and the 24 hours temperatures are added and they are divided by 24. And usually the first measurement is done at midnight and the last measurement is done at 11 p.m. of the same day. And this is how the daily mean temperature is calculated. And how the monthly mean temperature is calculated. Here, by adding up the daily mean temperatures for each day of a month and then dividing that sum by the number of days in the month. For example, for the month of January, we have to add up the 31 mean daily temperatures and they have to be divided by 31. For the month of February, if it is a normal year, it should be divided by 28, and if it is a leap year, by 29. The mean temperature increases from north to south, the decrease being a sharp as one moves northwards in the northwestern part of the country. The mean daily minimum temperatures range from 22 degrees Celsius in the extreme south to 10 degrees Celsius in the northern plains and 6 degrees Celsius in Punjab. The rain during this season generally occurs over the western Himalayas, Tamil Nadu and Kerala. Western disturbances, associated trough in westerlies or main rain-bearing system in the northern part of the country. The jet stream plays a dominant role. What is a jet stream? We already studied in the previous class. They are the upper current or a layer of current is in the upper layer of the atmosphere. They play a dominant role in bringing these western disturbances from Mediterranean Sea to India. These disturbances cause rainfall in Punjab, Haryana and Himachal Pradesh and snowfall in the hills of Jammu and Kashmir. This rainfall is very useful for the cultivation of winter wheat. This is a path of the western disturbance. They originate in Mediterranean Sea and they travel from the west, they travel toward the east and they enter the Arabian Peninsula and through Iran, they reach India. And it is a cyclonic circulation in the mid and lower troposphere, which originates over Mediterranean Sea, Caspian Sea and Black Sea. Western disturbance during winter leads to occurrence of clouds, rainfall and snowfall. An intense western disturbance usually produces widespread heavy snowfall over western Himalayan region, that is Trans-Himalayan region, and rains over northern plains for a day or two and may trigger avalanches. And these western disturbances cause snowfall in the hills of Jammu and Kashmir, cause rainfall in Punjab, Haryana and Himachal Pradesh, and are very useful for the cultivation of winter wheat. The next season is pre-monsoon or summer season, which is also called as hot weather season from March to May. And during this season, the vertical rays of the sun falls over the peninsular India. Hence, there is a steady increase in the temperature from south to north. It is practically hot and dry in the entire country in the initial parts of the season. Weather over the land areas of the country is influenced by thunderstorms associated with rain and sometimes with hail, mostly in the middle and later part. And during this season, temperature starts increasing all over the country, and by April, the interior parts of South India record mean daily temperatures of 30 degrees Celsius to 35 degrees Celsius. Central Indian landmass becomes hot with the daytime maximum temperature reaching up to 40 degrees Celsius at many locations. Many stations in Gujarat, North Maharashtra, Rajasthan, and North Madhya Pradesh exhibit high daytime and low time temperatures during this season. Because of the atmospheric pressure conditions, the winds blow from southwest to the northeast direction in Arabian Sea and Bay of Bengal. They bring pre-monsoon showers to the west coast during the month of May. And there are few thunder showers called as mango showers, which help in the ripening of mangoes along the coast of Kerala and Karnataka. Nor'westers are called Baishakhi, or the local severe storms or violent thunderstorms associated with strong winds and rain lasting for short durations. It occurs over the eastern and northeastern parts of Bihar, West Bengal, and Assam during the months of April and May. They approach the stations from the northwesterly direction. The next is towards after the end of the summer season, the southwest monsoon season or rainy season begins in India. The southwest monsoon is the most significant feature of the Indian climate. The onset of southwest monsoon takes place normally over the southern tip of the country by the first week of June, advances along the Konkan coast in early June and covers the whole country by 15th July. The monsoon is influenced by global phenomena like El Nino. What is El Nino? It is nothing but the warming of Pacific Ocean near western coast of Peru and Ecuador here. It occurs every 3 or 4 years, but practically they say that it should occur only once in 10 to 12 years, but it occurs every once in 4 or 5 years. Its impact usually lasts for 9 to 12, 18 to 24 months. It weakens the trade winds and changes the southern oscillation, thereby affects the rainfall patterns across the world. What is monsoon burst? Prior to the onset of southwest monsoon, the temperature in North India reaches up to 46 degrees Celsius. The sudden approach of monsoon wind over South India with lightning and thunder is termed as break or burst of monsoon. It lowers the temperature of India to large extent. The monsoon wind strikes against the southern tip of landmass and gets divided into two branches, Bay of Bengal branch and Arabian Sea branch. Now let us see the Arabian Sea branch. The Arabian Sea branch gives heavy rainfall to the west coast of India, that is the windward side of the Western Ghats. The other part, which advances towards the north, is obstructed by the Himalayan mountains and results in heavy rainfall in the north. So here, they travel parallel to the direction of Aravalli mountains and reaches the northern India. And here they get obstructed by the Himalayan mountains and they shed the moisture they carry here. As Aravalli mountain is located parallel to the wind direction, Rajasthan and western part of this mountain do not get much rainfall because they lie on the leeward side of the Aravalli ranges. Now, the wind from the Bay of Bengal branch moved towards the northeast India and Myanmar. This wind is trapped by a chain of mountains, namely Karo, Khasi, Jaintia hills, and are mainly responsible for the heaviest rainfall caused at the Mawsynram located in Meghalaya. Mawsynram is located on the rain-shared windward side of Garo, Khasi and Jaintia hills. Later on, this wind travels towards west, which results in decrease in rainfall from west to east. Overall, about 75% of Indian rainfall is received from this monsoon. Tamil Nadu, which is located on the leeward side of the Western Ghats, receives only a very meager rainfall. The meaning of retreating monsoon: strength of monsoon decreases, extent to which monsoons were able to reach from June to September decreases, direction remains the same, and it is also called as retreating southwest monsoon. And it causes because of the movement of the sun from equator towards Tropic of Capricorn, and the temperatures drop down and low pressure is replaced by high pressure. And it occurs in the month of October and November. And the visual dates of the monsoon are in the northern plains 15th December, Western Ghats 1st October, Kolkata 15th October, Kerala 15th November. And the summary of this retreating monsoon is monsoons decrease in intensity. The low pressure gradually is replaced by Himachal high pressure. In the northern plains, it is oppressively hot, a condition called October heat. Cyclones hit east coast and Bangladesh. Kerala last state from where the monsoon withdraws. Post monsoon or retreating or northeast monsoon, October, November, and December. The southeast monsoon begins to retreat from North India by the end of September due to the southward shifting pressure. The southeast monsoon wind returns from Indian landmass and blows towards Bay of Bengal. The Coriolis force deflects this wind and makes it to blow from northeast. Hence, it is known as northeast monsoon or post-monsoon season. This season is associated with the establishment of northeasterly wind system over the Indian subcontinent. Andhra Pradesh, Tamil Nadu, Kerala and South Interior Karnataka receive good amount of rainfall, accounted for 35% of their annual total. Many parts of Tamil Nadu and some parts of Andhra Pradesh and Karnataka receive rainfall during this season due to the storms forming in the Bay of Bengal. Large-scale losses to life and property occur due to heavy rainfall, strong winds, and storm surge in the coastal regions. The daytime temperatures start falling sharply all over the country. Western parts of the country shows a decline from 38 degrees Celsius in October to 28 degrees Celsius in November. The warm, moist winds of the northward moving air from Bay of Bengal during the monsoon, which cover an extensive area but are forced to converge into the narrower zone over the Khasi Hills, thus concentrating their moisture. Mawsynram in Meghalaya holds the Guinness World Record of being the wettest place on the earth. Here is where the Meghalaya is located. This is the exact location of Mawsynram, and it is located on the windward side of this Karo, Khasi, Jaintia hills. And this Bay of Bengal branch of monsoon, when it hits these hills, they converge here and give heavy rainfall to Mawsynram. Let us see the difference between southeast monsoon and northeast monsoon. Southeast monsoons blow from southwest to northeast from June to September, and northeast monsoon blow from northeast to southwest from month of December, January, and February. These are onshore humid winds because they flow from sea to land, from the high pressure sea to the low pressure land. And these are the offshore dry winds because they blow from high pressure land to low pressure sea. These are warm winds as they come from lower latitudes near equator, and northeast monsoon winds are rather cool winds. And these winds, southeast monsoon winds, or warm and humid winds, cause widespread rainfall. Northeast monsoon winds are cold and dry offshore winds, and they give no rains to India except Coromandel coast. And distribution of rainfall in India. The average annual rainfall of India is 118 centimeter. However, spatial distribution of rainfall in the country is highly uneven. The western coast, Assam, Tripura, Meghalaya, Arunachal Pradesh, Nagaland, these are the areas that get more than 200 centimeters of annual rainfall. The whole of Rajasthan, Punjab, Haryana, western and southwestern parts of Uttar Pradesh, western Madhya Pradesh, the entire Deccan Trap or Plateau region, east or western Ghats, except for a narrow strip along Tamil Nadu coast, receive a low rainfall of less than 100 centimeter. The rest of the areas receive a rainfall ranging between 100 to 200 centimeter. So this area, that these dotted parts, they get less than 50 centimeters of rainfall annually, and this dark gray shaded area is a region that get a very high rainfall, more than 200 centimeters of rainfall annually.